welcome to our channel. My name is Tlhontse.
Hi guys, my name is Tlhontse.
And this video, as you can see by the title, is about 8 things we've learned in the 8 years of being together. So I think we're gonna start. I don't know my list, so I'm gonna keep looking down. Please excuse me. And please excuse if I look like I'm sick. I'm going through a lot.
She didn't go out.
We're gonna do 8 each, and the reason why we're gonna do 8 each is because we've been together for 8 years, and more than that, 8 plus 8 is 16, and we started dating at 16. Okay, so I'm gonna start. So we're gonna go 1, 1, 1, 1, and at the end we'll have 16 lessons, 16
Gifts
from this relationship. One of the things I've learned, one of the 8, is that love languages are very important. We have somehow always known each other's love languages before doing the test, like the 5 love languages test. You can Google it and then you do the test on the interwebs. It's really that simple, I would say. So then what happens is with this test, you basically have different scenarios and then you choose the one that is most suited to you, and then it's going to give you your top 5 of your love languages. So it starts from what your best one is to what your least likely one is. So I think I've learned how important love languages are because he's a words person. I know I'm talking a lot in this video, but he's the words person. Like, yeah, daughter, bundles, deplete. Yes, you see, I couldn't even say that. So I just really, but I've had to learn. So his love languages has to do with words and quality time. That's one we share. So I think love languages are really important. You need to learn your partner. You make the mistake of giving your partner your love language instead of learning theirs. So you try to teach them yours, and if they don't learn it, or if they don't reciprocate nicely to it, you think they're being snugs, but I can't think someone's being snugs when you're giving them gifts and they're not a gifts person. What if they want you to say, oh, you look so good today, babe? That's better.
The first one on my list is definitely patience. And people make the mistake of thinking is that when you're in a relationship and when you do all these things, that things just come easy. Okay, that's so. People think that things just come so easy and things come so
Naturally, almost.
naturally. And what you fail to understand is that there is no perfect remedy.
Okay.
Patience comes with that understanding that we're 2 different people, and yes, we will have expectations of one another, but even in having those expectations, we need to understand that life has shaped our experiences, life has shaped our thoughts and ways in which we envisage a whole lot of things.
Okay.
And so to be able to be on that same wavelength, it requires a certain level of understanding and a certain level of time to know that yes, something might come easy to me, doesn't necessarily.
My second one is compromise. I think I'm really bad at it. I think those faces a lot. The last couple of years, like I've had to learn that what you do, what you give out, doesn't mean you'll receive it. To find common ground, that's something I really had to learn, because obviously we started dating at a really young age. When we started dating, I really failed to meet him halfway on a lot of things. Like, I can't give examples from the top of my head, but
Yes, you can.
I really can't actually. It's because we had to compromise in a lot of instances. Instances.
You'll learn something here as well.
Wow. Even recording this video, we had to meet in the middle because I'd been asking for us to do this, and I was really, really impatient, really, really not understanding. And it got to a point where I was like, you know what, I'm going to give this person space to meet me halfway because I'm here in the middle, I'm ready. So you just tag along and you'll meet me here when you're ready. So compromise is really important, or I wouldn't be here.
So for me, the second thing would definitely have to be empathy. Most of us should know the difference between sympathy and empathy.
But if you don't, he's about to break it down.
Oh, okay, well, sympathy is one's capacity to be able to feel sorry, you know, for someone. But empathy is one's capacity to actually feel what that person and feel and know and understand what that person is going through. And so you learn, as you learn someone over 8 years, which is quite literally a third of each of our lives, when you do that, you come to understand just what this person feels, and you because this person is so intertwined into your spirit, you carry this person in your spirit, in your nature, you're able to realize that this, that, and the other makes this person feel this way, and this person feels like this in this manner and in this way. And from that, you're able to realize that, okay, this is how I can deal with it, or this is how I would be able to, how I would be able to approach it. And so empathy is of great importance in a relationship, and it's one thing that you have learned, because you take it for granted, the things that you say, the things that you do. The power of the tongue is a very massive thing, and so you take it for granted at times, the things that one says, thinking that you'll be fine. I'm just being honest because I'm blunt and whatever, which is not the case. Sometimes you have to be able to take yourself out of the situation and actually think, could there have been a better way for me to present this? So yeah, that's my
very
number
nicely.
2.
Okay, so my third one, I've shuffled my list around, and some of the things keep coming to me because I only made a list of 6, I think it was. I'd say my third one.
I was forced to make a list of 8.
But I'm gonna say 8, babe.
Okay, no, I'm just.
My third one would be realistic expectations. I've learned to have realistic expectations, because in the beginning I used to have very unrealistic expectations, and I think it's because I was young. Movies lie, like I went through a lot because of my expectations that weren't necessarily. You have such a nice smile. Look how good it looks today. Anyway, I've had to learn to have realistic expectations. Because think about it, guys. Watch. I don't know if everyone has seen Stomp the Yard. Stomp the Yard made me feel like Varsity was going to be lit. Like, you know that scene of I don't know, his name Columbus. Is his name Columbus? I don't know. But and Megan Good like chilling in his room while they're both studying. Like, those are the kinds of expectations I had about my relationship. Like we're just gonna be cute all the time. And I had to be real about the fact that we're 2 different people who come from 2 different backgrounds, 2 different homes. I can't always expect him to know what I'm thinking. I can't always expect that everything that's in here will actually play out the way I see it in my head. And I had to have realistic expectations to know that sometimes life will go sideways, and that's okay, and that's real. That's a reality. I'm learning to have more realistic expectations of what I want from us as a unit, what I want from him as an individual, what I should be bringing to the table as an individual myself. I don't think it's been easy, but I've learned realistic expectations, or to have realistic expectations. Because your third one?
Spirituality.
Okay.
So I'm a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
As is she. The one thing that has been a constant, and was a constant from the jump, was the importance of understanding that every life, singular or coupled, is a message to the world, is a light to someone out there. And if at any point in time you do not feel within your relationship a connection to the higher being, and now I'm very careful so as to not necessarily say God, or it's all dependent on who you believe in. But it's understanding and knowing that there is a higher power, and that higher power brought this together, whether that higher power be science, whether it be whatever you think about. Spirituality has always been key, and it's from that even when things are tough, even when things things are great, you're able to understand that it would not have been that case, or it would not have been that way had it not been for that higher being. That higher being is able to give us that joy, is able to give us that gift, is able to give us that beautiful thing that makes you want to wake up each morning, that beautiful thing that reminds you that to someone out there, even if the world were to think that I'm not important, there is someone out there in whom I see the manifestation of God to be, there's someone out there who calls me their own, and then I see God through this person, and through this person I know that I have an anchor, and I have a sense of belonging.
Okay, my fourth one would be friendship. I actually saw something on Facebook the other day that I posted last year, and it was a status about how important friendship is in relationships. We value our friends so much. So I don't understand why when we're coming to partners, sometimes we're so wishy-washy, because you just put this person in a box that they're my partner, and you don't think of them as your friend as well. And I think that's really messed up, solely because your foundation needs to be something like friendship. Like, I genuinely think Tlhontse is my best friend, and not because
Yes.
not because I have to tell people that.
Mama, I made it.
Genuinely so. Like, when something goes great in my life, he's the first person I call. When something goes bad in my life, he's the first person I call. And I don't think I do it because he's my partner. I do it because he's my friend, and he'll be happy for me or sad with me as my friend. I think it's so important to be rooted in friendship, to be rooted in things that make your foundation solid. And I think a friendship makes your foundation so solid, because then you're just homies. Like, he's my homie. Like, there are days where I really don't want to talk to my partner, but I want to talk to my friend. Weirdly enough, I don't think we were friends from the jump.
She didn't like me.
Oh my gosh.
She tried to deny.
I really didn't like him as a person in the beginning, but I didn't know him well. I just thought he was so cool. I don't like people who I know. That's my problem.
She based her perception.
I get like the celebrity guys.
She judged a book by its cover, and I was never, not even in the slightest bit, was I ever a celebrity. Please comment down below if you want to know the story of how we met, and this whole I didn't like him business, because it actually falls into how we met and stuff. I'll tell you all the juice. Like, there are other girls involved. There was baking for him involved. Like, there were weird things that didn't make sense. You know, baby, about the baking. Remember, I randomly texted you the other day. I was like, why did that girl bake for you? I think you explained it to me every year, and I still didn't get it. Because I'm just like, and I still get attacked about it.
Why did they bake for you?
But the fact of the matter is, I didn't do anything wrong.
Anyway, I know people in relationships who are best friends with other people, but they're friends with each other. Like, at least have some kind of friendship.
The fourth one for me definitely has to be love. So she asked me, when she made the list, she was able to see the things that I wrote. I wasn't allowed to see the things that she wrote. But anyway, how do you learn love from love? And here's the thing. I told you all that I'm very spiritual, and obviously now you know the first basis of love that you learn in Christianity is, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Then you read Corinthians 1:13, 1 Corinthians 13, sorry. If you have no love, you're like a bell, or a clanging bell. And it goes on to say, love is patient, love is kind, love is not boastful, it does not keep a record of wrongs, and so on and so forth. And so ultimately from this you learn love, and love now encompasses all these other things. It's the be all and end all. There's always a debate as to whether or not love is enough, and you could say that it isn't in any relationship, it isn't there, but there needs to be more. But I've always believed that love encompasses so many of those things that if you have it, that every other smaller facet that you require in a relationship definitely will work out. And so love is a very important thing, because it encompasses understanding and acceptance, because it's an acceptance of one's state, of one's being, knowing and understanding that this person is going to be like this and like that. and saying it's okay, you're my person, so I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna be okay with that, and we'll keep pressing forward. And you understanding that even on your worst days, that I've still got you, even on your best days, I have got you, and that's what love is about. It's that supreme, empowering feeling and notion that allows you to be and to do far more than you could have ever imagined, understanding and knowing that you have got it. So that's my number 4.